Oops, I did it again. So if I say it like that, it doesn't get picked up that I'm ripping anyone's song off. Hey there guys, how you doing? Tori, your mate Tori from Geelong, aka Geelong-Flipper, Uncle Flip Flip, Uncle Nostradamus. Hope everyone's doing super well. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't watched before, welcome. I talk about reselling, I talk about stuff I'm doing. I write books, I resell on eBay, and I try to teach you guys as I learn. And fucking hell, I learned a lesson based on my own sort of stupidity and trust, and we're going to go into that. So I already recorded this once before, but a couple of thoughts occurred to me and I just thought, nah, I'm redoing it. So the 20-minute video I did before has been scrapped, and I think it's justifiably. Anyhow, guys, I've been doing this for a while now. I've been a member of eBay for nearly 28 years. I've been selling on and off the platform the entire time. But seriously, like doing this for income, not just for fun money, for a year and a bit now, I think. I lose track of time. But every now and then I'm impetuous and I buy things thinking that they're a thing and they're not. And this is the story of one of those purchases. So the camera's a bit further away than normal from me, so I'm going to move it up a little bit. And so the aspect may change, but bad luck. Oh yeah, I meant to say, what's the other thing I meant to say? Because, you know, I'm a YouTuber. 53% of you guys haven't clicked the subscribe button, and some of you who have subscribed haven't clicked the notification button. If you do that, just get it out of the way. It's going to be fantastic. Share the video if you think it's worthwhile with other people, and even if you don't, just put it on your social medias. Hopefully someone who likes you enough will have a look at me. Fuck, I don't know. Other exciting news, guys. We do have channel memberships now. They're like $4, $7, and $20. Gives you access to behind the scenes shit that goes on. At the higher one, the Grand Flip, that gets me reading my books that I've written to you. And the other ones get shout outs and early access to videos. So there's a little bit of something there, and you help support the channel, help me get equipment, and also travel a little bit further afield without stressing too much about the fuel money and other bits and pieces. So every little bit counts. If you can help the channel in that way, I promise that I will spend it wisely, and it'll be to grow the channel and to support, you know, what I'm doing, of course, but won't be just frittered away. All right, guys, so this one is a cautionary tale, and I'm not one of those YouTube reseller people that go, everything I do is perfect and I never fuck up. I make stacks of mistakes. I am learning constantly. Don't use this as your professional resource. I'm just a guy learning and teaching you what I learn. And that thing may be wrong in 2 weeks' time. But if it works for me, I'm always going to tell you about it. All right. Without further ado, this is a double-edged blade, but a cautionary tale. So we're all trying to get ahead, put food on the table, look after our families, ourselves, you know, maybe go on a holiday that we just can't afford. And so we're selling stuff, and we're buying stuff from op shops, we're buying stuff on Facebook Marketplace or wherever you happen to buy your secondhand shit. And sometimes things are too good to be true. Now, one of the things I've noticed in this time of sourcing stuff to sell online is I see a lot of designer brands, and you know, sometimes they're real, but now sometimes they're not, and this is where one wasn't. I was at a Lifeline store. Lifeline's an Australian charity. I think they are overseas as well, but it's a suicide hotline. They raise money for that hotline, that people who are thinking about self-harm have somewhere to go, and I think the service is extremely important, and I think it's good that, you know, it exists. They've probably saved countless lives. But this is one of those cases where sometimes when we see stuff in the shops, it looks too good to be true, and it is. And this is if you're from the charity space or the op shop or the thrift store or even the for-profit op shops, you've got a duty of care just as much as me as a reseller has a duty of care to my customers, just as much as you guys being just customers who want something cool have a duty of care to yourself. Okay, so forgeries abound in this space, particularly in the designer clothing, designer accessory space, shoes. There's just so many forgeries, and they're so amazingly good for want of a better word. They will trick even trained eyeballs, and mine certainly are not trained. But I remember, I'm going to show you the item. So it's this handbag. Now, for those of you who know these things, I don't know a lot about all of them. I dabble in bags occasionally, but this is a brand called Mulberry. See the tree, the mulberry tree there. From memory, it's an English brand. Okay, I put this up. I got so excited when I saw it. Lifeline, and this is just, you know, this is not a blame game. It's literally where I bought it. And I don't like, well, you know, it's just bad luck. If I'd bought it from a Vinnie's, I would say a Vinnie's. You know, I'm a storyteller, but not a liar. Okay, so I bought it at a Lifeline, won't say which one. And they literally had this labelled. They had $25 around it and the words Mulberry handbag. And I salivated because these things go between $400 to $500, labelled Mulberry. And I didn't know a lot about it, but I had a look at it. It seemed like it was in fairly good condition. I did a Google image picture and it looked like it. Everything looked fine. $25 to convert it into about $300-400. Fuck yes, I'm going to do that every day of the week. That's money well spent in my opinion, except I didn't do my research because I'm a fucking goose, and this is going to let me teach you guys. So this is a forgery. All right, fake, all day long fake. But I'm going to tell you right now, it is such a good imitation that for even the average person who knows these bags picking it up, I think it would pass inspection as a well-worn bag. So it's got, don't know if the camera will pick this up, but it's got like a scrape along there in the leather. It is leather, 100% it is leather. It's not a synthetic. And the people who counterfeited it did such a damn good job. So the Mulberry logo's there. It's on all the buckles. It's inside. There is even a serial number for the bag. Designer handbags at the top end do have serial numbers. They tend to be registered and logged. And that's also a part of this story. So I bought it. I took it home. I listed it for $375. Lots of views. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to make some money. Even if I send out a cheeky offer, I'm still going to make maybe $300. It'll be great. Then one of you, and I don't think you're a viewer, I think it's just someone off eBay, contacted me and said, hey, I've got an interest in the bag. Can you give me the measurements? I measured it up. And then the lady, I know it was a lady, said to me, what's the serial number in it, please? And I thought, well, it doesn't hurt giving that out. And I took some close-up photos and stuff. You know, she was interested, and I thought, well, I'll get a sale. And it was then that she very kindly, and she was kind about it, she explained she knew a lot about handbags and they were her passion, and she explained how this was a forgery. So it devastated me at the time because I don't spend $25 on stuff to flip. You see me, generally I buy like books, I buy movies, spend $2 to $3 on an item, $5 if it's exceptional. But yesterday I bought something for $10 that made me think of this bag, and I've had it for some time and I've been meaning to tell you guys. So I'm doing it now. So if you ever see a Mulberry bag with the serial number 026904, I'll try to put that on the screen, mental reminder. That is a fake serial number for Mulberry bags. It's not real. And that's a shame because this is bloody good quality. So the inside of it is a micro suede. It feels sensational on the inside. The stitching is beautifully done. It is just a well-worn handbag, Mulberry branding all over it where it's meant to be. But the lady got back to me and said, unfortunately, and this is where it all started to come undone, that serial number is fake. And I thought to myself, oh my goodness me. I looked that up. The serial number is listed as being a forgery serial number, and there are multiple people out there posting photos with this serial number. If it was a real Mulberry, it would have its own individual serial number. They are all stamped individually because they're extremely expensive. And that's the only thing, pretty much the only thing that stops me from selling this as a Mulberry. I immediately took it down off eBay, and in good faith, I won't be selling it. I can't. I would feel utterly terrible. I think the only way I would even let go of this now is if someone wanted it and was happy to pay the postage. I wouldn't be doing it through eBay. Do not sell forgeries through eBay. It makes you, as a reseller, it makes you just as bad as the person who made it. You're accountable for your stock, and that seems to suck, but it's the truth. It's the same as if I buy DVDs that look like they may not be quite right. I don't touch them. Never, never, never sell anything fake, even if you think you can get away with it, or if you have any doubts as to your stock. Because imagine buying something like this. Imagine spending $375 on this, and then you realize it's fake, and your eBay seller stooged you, even if they didn't mean to. So let's dive in a little bit here. And this is where this show is for the customer, the seller, the reseller, but also maybe the op shop who sold it. One of the things I noticed recently, there are a lot more higher end brands coming into op shops, which is great, and they're being priced out the fucking roof. They're ridiculous. Like nowadays, you walk in any decent pair of sneakers, op shops, even thrift stores, which for us in Australia, like you've got, say, your regular op shop, then you've got your op shop thrift stores, which are generally cheaper, $30 to $50. Like in my last thrifting video, I think I showed you a $50 pair of sneakers that literally was caked, or not caked, but covered in mud, light cover in mud, $50 on it, and they sell brand new for I think $50, $60. Prices are nuts. Now, this is the thing that if you are working in that space and you're doing the pricing for your op shop, I want to beseech you. That's a good word, isn't it? But to it's gonna drift down though. It's not just the op shop's fault. But if you see that it says Mulberry on, you go, that's a Mulberry handbag. Do your homework. If you see it is a Pierre Cardin, whatever, do your homework, because just because it says it's a thing doesn't mean it is. And this was labeled, had a tag on it that the op shop put on it, $25 Mulberry handbag. It's not a Mulberry. Okay. It's got the word Mulberry on it, but it's not one. So you guys have a duty of care to the people buying from you. Yes, it's cheaper than going into a shop that sells these brand new, but you still have a duty of care. If you present this, and this works for us on eBay, guys, if you present this product as a branded product on your eBay store, if you present this as a branded product in your op shop, you're liable for selling a forgery, a fake. Now, we never do it on purpose, and it's not even, I know the op shops aren't doing it deliberately, so it's not a blame game. It's just a reality check for them, for me, because I then perpetrated the same fault by taking their word for it that it was what it was, and only the kindness of a stranger in pointing out that it wasn't was what probably saved me from getting in trouble with eBay. And that may even result in, because it's a high-end product, it may even result in the buyer calling the cops and saying this person's selling forgeries. Who knows? It could happen. So I want us all to be above reproach. Don't do what I did and just buy it on spec because the op shop said it's that brand. Same as a lot of the sneakers that you see in op shops with high-end prices. I've got rough ideas on how to check sneakers. It's to do with the soles mainly. The counterfeiters can't make the soles as well, and they make a weird noise when you hit them. I might show you one time if I can find a fake pair, and I'll show you what it sounds like next to a real pair. But there's many other things to do too. So op shops, please do your homework. If there's a serial number inside it, check it before you sell it. Otherwise, just put a price tag on it. If you don't sell it as a Mulberry and you just sold this as a handbag on the handbag rack with a $5 price tag, even 10, because it's a bloody good handbag, you would have been sweet. But you represent it as a Mulberry. Me as a dickhead who didn't do his research bought it thinking it was a Mulberry, but then this idiot posted it trying to sell it as a Mulberry. And that isn't a good flip. It's a bad flip. And I wanted to let you guys learn by my fuck up that you don't do it as well. Do your research on anything. I made the same mistake yesterday. I well, it may not be a mistake, but I didn't research. I spent $10 on a t-shirt, which I never do. It's an AC/DC t-shirt. I think it is single stitch. I quickly looked stuff up in the thrift shop before I bought it, and I bought it still not convinced. It's still a cool shirt. It's an old Hanes one. The print is good. It's a good size, but ultimately, you know, I'm not sure if it is single stitch. I looked it up too quickly, and I just bought it because we were about to leave and I hadn't got a lot of stuff. We went on the hunt yesterday, Ali and I didn't get a lot of stock, and I was trying to leave on a high note. And if it is a single stitch, it'll be well worth my while, because AC/DC is a very popular band. However, the fact that it's on a Hanes shirt, I don't know if Hanes get used as a brand for just people to press their own pictures onto. I don't know enough about it, so now I'm going to have to research and hope I didn't spend $10 on a piece of crap. Anyhow, do your research, guys. Hope everyone learned something about that. Learn from my mistakes, that you don't waste that $25 is what I'm guessing I'm trying to tell you guys. Because I really appreciate everything you're doing for me and the support you're showing me in the channel. And whenever I make a mistake, if I can help you guys, I'm going to do it every time. I'll tell you when I fuck up, because I don't want you guys to possibly, you know, have to try to recoup that $25 by selling something else. So guys, make sure follow, share, like, become a channel member, please. That would be fantastic. And until next time, keep on flipping. Tell me your wins down below. But on our next video, we're going to have a bit of fun with it. I'm going to read out some of the trolling I've been getting and positive stuff on YouTube, and we'll do a bit of a respond video. Alrighty, bye.